Please like the video and share it so that it reaches many more people and you get sawaba, or rewards from Allah. This could be a sawabe jariyah or continuous reward for you long after you are gone.
Prostration. Volume 2, Book 19, number 173. Narrated by Abdullah bin Masud. The Prophet recited Surah An-Najm, 103, at Mecca and prostrated while reciting it, and those who were with him did the same except an old man who took a handful of small stones or earth and lifted it to his forehead and said, "This is sufficient for me." Later on, I saw him killed as a non-believer. Volume 2, Book 19, number 174. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. On Fridays the Prophet used to recite Alf Lam Mim Tanzil as Sajda, in the first Rakah, and Hal Atal Lnsrnie Surah Dar, Lxxvi, in the second Rakah, in the Fajr prayer. Volume 2, Book 19, number 175. Narrated by Ibn Abbas. The prostration of Sa'd is not a compulsory one, but I saw the Prophet prostrating while reciting it. Volume 2, Book 19, number 176. Narrated by Abdullah bin Masud. The Prophet recited Surah An-Najm, 53, and prostrated while reciting it, and all the people prostrated, and a man amongst the people took a handful of stones or earth and raised it to his face and said, "This is sufficient for me." Later on I saw him killed as a no ever. Volume 2, Book 19, number 177. Narrated by Ibn Abbas. The Prophet I prostrated while reciting An-Najm, and with him prostrated the Muslims, the pagans, the jinns, and all human beings. Volume 2, Book 19, number 178. Narrated by Ata bin Yasser. I asked Zayd bin Thabit about prostration, on which he said that he had recited An-Najm before the Prophet, yet he, the Prophet, had not performed a prostration. Volume 2, Book 19, number 179. Narrated by Zayd bin Thabit. I recited An-Najm before the Prophet, yet he did not perform a prostration. Volume 2, Book 19, number 180. Narrated by Abu Salma. I saw Abu Hurairah reciting Ida Sama, Shakar, and he prostrated during its recitation. I asked Abu Hurairah, "Didn't I see you prostrating?" Abu Hurairah said, "Had I not seen the Prophet prostrating, I would not have prostrated." Volume 2, Book 19, number 181. Narrated by Ibn Umar. When the Prophet recited a surah that contained the prostration, he would prostrate and we would do the same, and some of us, because of the heavy rush, could not find a place for prostration. Volume 2, Book 19, number 182. Narrated by Ibn Umar. When the Prophet recited Surah as Sajda and we were with him, he would prostrate and we also would prostrate with him, and some of us, because of the heavy rush, would not find a place, for our foreheads, to prostrate on. Volume 2, Book 19, number 183. Narrated by Rabi'a. Umar bin al-Khattab recited Surah An-Nahl on a Friday on the pulpit, and when he reached the verse of Sajda he got down from the pulpit and prostrated, and the people also prostrated. The next Friday, Umar bin al-Khattab recited the same surah, and when he reached the verse of Sajda he said, "O people! When we recite the verses of Sajda during the sermon, whoever prostrates does the right thing, yet it is no sin for the one who does not prostrate." And Umar did not prostrate that day. Added Ibn Umar, Allah has not made the prostration of recitation compulsory, but if we wish we can do it. Volume 2, Book 19, number 184. Narrated by Abu Rafi. I offered the Aisha prayer behind Abu Huraira and he recited it as Sama, Unshakar, and prostrated. I said, "What is this?" Abu Huraira said, "I prostrated behind Abu al-Qasim and I will do the same till I meet him." Volume 2, Book 19, number 185. Narrated by Ibn Umar. Whenever the Prophet recited the surah which contained the prostration of recitation, he used to prostrate and then we, too, would prostrate, and some of us did not find a place for prostration.